While you were looking at AutoCAD, you may have noticed, if you were clicking and dragging at all, different blue or green windows when you clicked and held. These are different types of selection sets that you can use in AutoCAD to make it easier to grab large or multiple pieces of geometry. There are two main types of selection sets depending on which way you drag your mouse, and there's window and cross selections, and we'll look at window selections first. So before we start, I just want to have some kind of random line work across my screen so I have pieces to select. So I've already got some. I'll just draw, whoops, let me click and just draw a couple of more random lines here just so we can see how it works. So I'm just random spam clicking to different lines and whatnot. I'll hit escape to end it. So I know I'm not currently in any command because the command bar at the bottom of the screen does not have any command written in it. So it used to say line in there, and currently it's just saying to type a command. Now if I click over on the left side of the screen and move my cursor towards the right, I get this blue window with a solid outline. This is known as a window selection, and in order for objects to get selected, they have to be entirely inside this box. So notice how lines aren't highlighted as being part of the selection until they are completely inside this blue box I make. Once I click to make the other corner of the box, it'll highlight which ones I've selected and which ones I haven't. So let me just hit escape and look at that again using the lasso. So if I click and hold, I can draw a lasso around specific objects. So maybe if I wanted to keep a couple of parts out and other parts in, I can use the lasso tool, but geometry has to be completely inside of that blue selection in order to get selected. So for example, even though I've got most of this line here, it won't be selected because I don't have the entirety of it. So that is the window selection. Now, one of the most important commands you'll ever learn is how to erase things in AutoCAD. And that is, once you have things that you don't want selected, you'll hit the delete key on your keyboard, which, let me make sure the delete key pops up on here. I don't think it does. Oh no, it doesn't pop up on my little keyboard on the screen. But the delete key will erase objects in your drawings. Another way you can erase objects is to right click on and then erase, and they'll go away as well. And you can do that using your selection windows as well. So if I window around several pieces to select them, I can right click, erase, but I like the delete key on the keyboard to make it a bit easier. And I'll just make sure I announce that since it's not on my little keyboard on the screen. So now if I start on the right side of the drawing, if I click for my selection and move towards the left, we'll notice that the window color changes, and it also has that dashed outline, and this is known as a cross selection. And what you'll notice with the cross selection is that all it has to do is just barely touch the side of that window, and it is a part of my selection. So with a cross selection, objects only need to slightly touch that box to be picked. And again, if you click and hold, you do get that lasso tool to lasso around different objects. So what I'd like for you to do is take some time to practice using the different selection windows, draw some random lines, practice picking them up, and using either cross selections or window selections. and then use the delete key on your keyboard to erase their lines. Another easy way to select objects is to simply just click on them when you're not in a current command. In the next video and last video of this module, we'll go over how to use the coordinate systems in AutoCAD. While we don't use the coordinate systems in drawings anymore, some of your certification exam questions will be related to understanding the coordinates, so it's important that we cover it as a topic.